I don't know what happened. Hello, hello, hi, gigpreneur. What is going on? Welcome, welcome. Happy Saturday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi, and I'm your ex-corporate grinder. Used to be in a call center environment in a corporate world for many, many years, putting in 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, often 7 days a week, until my pancreas quit on me, left me unemployable, which means I can't even get a job with what I got going on, and redirected me to this whole online space. And yeah, now I help folks like you, like me, to start a side gig online and we grow it using social media. If that resonates with you, if you've been thinking about it, especially this time of the year, you're like, I got to get something going, maybe make a little bit more money. Don't want to use my credit cards for the holidays, or you just want to have some more tax write off, and you like the idea of it being flexible, drop the word side gig in the comments, and I'll get back with you after this live. In fact, you know what? Actually, go to sidegigshawn.com. Hey, Lana, just go to sidegigshawn.com, answer the few questions so I know what you're looking for, and then we'll start that conversation. What's up, Henry? What's going on? What I always post my meme stories. Henry, what's up? So, Lana, go to sidegigshawn.com and then just answer a few questions for me so I know what we got going on. Um, that's funny. Henry is funny. Henry is my fan. What's up? You guys gonna love this story tonight. So I know you hear it all the time. Don't be judgmental. Don't judge the book by its cover. Don't do this, don't do that. And that's, I think we do actually, bro. I'm in Lake Forest. So I think you're right about here, RSM or somewhere, right? I think you're in Rancho Santa Margarita, I think. Yeah, I'm right here. So we hear this all the time. Don't judge this, don't judge that. Don't be so quick to judge. Even the good book talks about it. Well, I got to tell you a little story, and this story is gonna kind of surprise you. Surprise you. You'll like this story. So that's fun. I am exhausted. I'm working on 3 hours sleeps, 3 hours sleep. So I am very tired. My eyes are just going. Good job, little Henry. You picked it up. Um, but I am good to go. So story goes as such: a guy at the airport is waiting for his plane, right, for his flight, and so he's thinking, well, maybe you know what, since I'm waiting, maybe I should just grab a bag of like snack or something, right? So he goes to the store and he grabs a bag of cookies, if you would, and waits for his plane and flight, and finally gets into the flight, right? He sits down, and next to him there's another lady who sits down. Now when the flight is full and it takes off, the guy's all like, I kind of want to have some maybe snack or something, right? Well, he sees that the, the lady puts a bag of cookies right in between the two of them and puts her hand in the bag and pulls out a cookie. This guy is all like, what in the world just happened? That's like my bag of cookies. And then he puts his hand in the bag and he takes one cookie, he eats it, And then a few minutes after, she again puts her hand in the bag of cookies and pulls another one out and eats it. He's all like, "Are you kidding me right now? Is this really happening?" So he puts his hand in the bag and grabs one more and he eats it. Few minutes pass, and you guessed it, she puts her hand in the bag, pulls another cookie out, and eats it. This guy by this time is all like, "Are you kidding me? This girl right here. You know what? I want to have another one." So he puts his hand in the bag of cookies, grabs one, and he notices that it's only one left. So he's all like, "You know what? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to touch the one. Let's see if she actually takes the one and eats it." So a few minutes go by. She puts her hand in the bag of cookies and notices that there is one cookie left. She pulls it out. She splits it in half, puts the other half in the bag, and eats the other half. This guy is absolutely furious at this time. And he's all like, "You know what? Arr!" He puts his hand in there, grabs the half, eats the half, and then, when he gets off the plane, he just kind of rushes out. He's kind of mad, right? He's all like, "I can't believe this gal," right? So he goes to he gets his bags, he gets in the cab, and he gets home. He gets home, and that night he's unpacking, and he notices that he has a bag of cookies in his briefcase. And he looks and he thinks and he says, "So all this time I was eating out of her bag of cookies. And I thought that she is actually eating out of my bag." Imagine that. Imagine having that surprise. So many of us, we put our hands into other people's bags thinking that it's our own. And later we find out that was not the case. They were actually being very generous and very nice for not even saying anything. And all this time, you had it judged wrong. You were judgmental. In fact, you were pissed. You were upset. You were angry. This person is eating my cookies. How many times in our lives we feel that way with so many people? They are taking advantage of me. They are doing this. They are doing that. They are this kind of a person. They are that kind of a person. And yet, that's not the case. That's not even the case. It's really, really important to gather facts, information before making a judgment call, before making a decision on something, right? So it's super important. And so many of us are, I'm guilty of this. I'm the first one to admit. I'm very transparent, right? I have been very judgmental in the past, and it's come back and bit me. It really does. And if you sit there and think about the times that you have been judgmental and how many of those times it's come back and bit you in the butt, you'd be going like this. Yeah, it's true. It has. Because most of the time we are basing our judgment on nothing, on thin air, because we don't have enough information, right? So keep this story in the front of your mind, where you, hey, the bag of cookies you're reaching in and eating out of, it may very well be somebody else's and not yours. So keep that in mind. Be sure you gather enough facts, information before you make any kind of a decision. I don't even like to call it before you even judge, because it doesn't even like make sense. Before you make a decision about somebody or something, make sure you have gathered enough facts and information. So with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. And if you feel like this is worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love. Tag a couple people. Let's go. And if you're not following me, come on. Come on. You can follow me on all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. And I go with Side Gig Sean. And I highly recommend you follow me on more than one platform. Okay. And because every platform has got their limitations. So, anyway, with that, I am Sean Azimi. I am your ex corporate grinder. I used to work in a call center environment for, gosh, so many years, putting in 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, very often 7 days a week, until my pancreas quit on me, left me unemployable with nothing to fall back on. And that sucked. And I got redirected to this whole online space, this gig economy. And now I help folks like you, like me, to start a side gig online and use social media to grow it. If you've been thinking about adding another stream of income, if you've been thinking about how am I going to earn a little bit extra money so I can pay these bills, maybe you've been thinking about, hey, it's the holidays. I really would like to make money to buy the gifts, not go to my credit cards. Or maybe you just want some write-offs, maybe you just want to have some write-offs, whatever it may be. And you like the idea of it being flexible, which means you can work around it, right? Well, go to sidegigsean.com. I ask you a few questions there. It helps me get to know you and where you are, and answer those questions. I get an email and notification, and I'll immediately, as soon as I get it, I have the opportunity, I will be in touch with you. Again, that's sidegigsean.com. With that, I am signing off until tomorrow, when we do it all over